scared. I'll meet you there. I feel like I wanna bump.
After a close match on Cobblestone, it is now time for map number 2 in this best of 3 series. We thought it was going to go to 3 maps, so now Renegades have to step up in order to bring us there, because now we're on Cash, and I feel like this could be the map for them.
It could be. Big looked pretty good on Cobble though, and it was kind of close, but a lot of those rounds, Renegades pulled something really deep to get those rounds. Nifty, JKS playing pretty well, but on the big side, Kiev. I mean, I've been liking Kiev. I think his offense was pretty on point, hitting some incredible shots, making it very hard for Renegades to do any kind of slow execute strat. So I'm curious how they would look at him.
He's getting ready.
No,
He's
don't
showing
take it
off.
off. Don't take it off.
There we go. Of course, this actually brings me back to their first event of the year, mine first as well. The Leipzig DreamHack Open there, the first event of this circuit also this year, where Kiev kind of came out and said, okay, now I'm going to step onto the big stage. He was like good before and people knew of him, but at that event he just steamrolled everyone until the final. And this kind of feels to me like the same thing, where he's slowly starting off, and then in the semifinals, this is where he hits his really big peak and where he just destroys opposition. And I feel like if he can continue this on Cash, Big are a serious contender for this final and for this championship.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to come down to, I think a lot of it's going to come down to mid holds on CT sides for both teams. Mid's very hard to hold, especially if you're coordinated. You have your flashes, your Molotovs down, and smokes to a T. That middle is very hard to hold, so it's all about the timing, repositioning on the rotates on this map. So we'll see which team will do it better.
And talking about plans, we just saw Big Coach Kakafu ready with his bunch of notes in hand. He definitely has everything prepared for these Renegades as they're squaring off right now, getting that knife round done. You can of course vote in Twitch chat if you're sitting there. You can use !big or !RNG to show your support for the favorite team. As we do have the other coach, Kasad here, Serbian. And look at that pistol round stat from Big, 5-1. That's insane.
That's pretty impressive, and it always helps in tournaments when you can win most of your pistol rounds, and why not? And actually, the last map they won on a second round against Team Renegades, so that definitely slowed down Renegades' momentum to a halt and encouraged Big to really just run away on that map.
And also feel like every single time Big plays that CZ75 or Desert Eagle buy, they get something out of it. They're very, very skilled with pistols, not only in pistol v pistol rounds, but also when they're on an eco against a full buy, they still get something done.
Yeah, it's very. I think in this game you have to have a good pistol, or you're just going to have a hard time just through in. And looks like the match is about to start right now, and Team Big, they're going to pick CT side.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Big versus Renegades. This could be the end of the road for the Renegades, or it could be a third map. Can they bring it back? That's what we're looking at. 2 flashbangs, 2 smokes, and a Molotov on that T side. As Big are setting themselves up on that CT side. Looking like a quick A hit next. The player in question together with Tabson, the strongest player on the inside, and Tabson doubles up. He gets even more. Tabson, triple kill before finally being taken out. Doubles coming in for Renegades. Now it's JKS and Nifty, so now it's 2v3. Great initial hold from the big players, but can they stop this? Got B coming in from the back. Nifty goes down. JKS now all on his lonesome. 1v3, can switch up his position and see if he can get this one done. Would require a miracle from him right now. But he's known to deliver the young Jesus, of course. JKS coming in, trying to get these peaks working, but Big are just playing this one so patiently. And now, with the peak timing, they're going to push one up top of the red, but he's going to get that frag, allowing him to get back into the round. But Godby comes in with a double, and Big take that pistol round on a magnificent 3K to begin with.
Tabs starting off pretty hot, and it was actually kind of scary for Big there at the end. I thought, you know, if JKS got one more kill, that could have been trouble them. But look at that patience, not spamming too much, just kind of little steps left and right, making Team Renegades miss as well as, you know, hitting the shots.
I kind of felt like with the player that went on top of red and dropped down and tried to peek, they should have peeked the two other players at the same time so that they were 100% sure of getting that frag instead of just one guy pushing in and then allowing JKS a chance into it. Yes. But it does work out in the end, so you can't really criticize it too much.
See Nifty here is trying to make some moves in the middle with the scout. Does spot a guy at box, but the CT is making it very difficult for him to hit any shot, so he's going to back off by the nade. And that nade did so much damage.
Nifty on 37, and big player, I think that was Kiev, out into mid, close to that mid, and it's usually the terrorist side that kind of go out and take that mid control. This time around, Kiwi's just shutting that down completely by being in the position he's at and being at the guy, having that guy at white box as well. That means that Renegades are going to have to go another way and setting up for that B push. Let's see, smokes and flashbangs coming in. Kiev completely blinded in that Checkers area, but he gets unblinded as he comes in. Justillo and Nifty both with one. Like, yeah, can he come in from the back? But no, they have two players already here, expecting the push through vents, but Legia makes it work nonetheless. Desert Eagle close range, not going to happen. 2v2 low HP on the T players. Last man standing is Justillo, and he's also taken out next. Triple kill. Another round for Big and Renegades. Oh, I'm going to have an eco here. Actually, with the bomb planted, yeah, they're still going to have an eco.
Yeah, I thought Renegades would have had that, but that vent play on Renegades was a little wacky, where you shouldn't be dying at that long angles on red. Just let him come out the vent so your teammates can both shoot at the same time, but instead takes that long peek, gets killed instantly, and that kind of just ruins, I mean, that hurts your other teammates who are in position to kind of play off you, kind of bait you off. And so Renegades just got to, this little misstep could cost him a potential round one.
Yeah, it's those last 10%, like the last final corrections that they need in order to, I feel, topple the big team in this matchup. This round should be rather easy for the big guys. It's only a couple of pistols for Renegades, but we know what damage a Desert Eagle in the hands of JKS can do.
Definitely, as we saw last map, just hitting some 1Ds left and right, but I mean, on a map like Cash, Tapson's just playing pretty, he's peeking down short A, so confidence are in there. His teammates can focus on highway door. It looks like Renegade's going to pop off this A-bomb site, and Tapson getting two off the bat. And the third kill as they're finally taking out Tapson, but still looks dire straits for Renegades as the Gia takes that. Is that what I say, right?
Yeah, it's a hard one to pronounce. All these German, all these European names.
I'm just an ignorant American.
I like you. You're not that ignorant. You have my European voucher for not being ignorant.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate it. I want to learn.
Here we go, Tapson just cleaning house and just getting stuff done. 3K and a 3-0 for Big as well. AKs. Hello. Renegades come into this round. A lot of Molotovs as well. Very interested in how they're going to use those. How they're going to incorporate them into their takes. In towards middle right now. MP9 Legia almost getting it done. Doing some damage. MP9 of course not great. Medium to long range. Especially not up against an AK. Got B coming in with the vent. Using that Molotov. Definitely showing off where he is right now. No one's going to get in vent now. It's a burning inferno as Nifty expects Tapson to push out aggressively and shuts him down. He's now 5v3 for the Renegades.
Next, trying to hold this highway, trying to spot A the best he can, but he's going to get met up right here in the highway. He's going to get pinched any second now, and then you still taking him out. Nifty with another kill, and now Gabi, 1-on-5 situation. A pretty flawless round from Renegades. Reading Big pretty well.
Yeah, we have to still remember that this was the bonus round coming in for Big. They had the MP9, they have the FAMAS on Gopi, and they still have the money to buy up in this next one. Actually, money's not that good, to be honest. One of the players, at least Legia, is not going to be able to get that full buy. The rest of the team are going to be fine. And 3,300 in taps, and this is not the best buy in the world.
And so, if I was Team Renegades, I would take a note on Legia, on his spot. He loves to play mid on this map aggressively. You have his teammates in the vents, you have teammates by white box or or Z, but the point being he loves playing up close and personal. And so Renegades has to be aware of that at all times, because as soon as you leave him alone, maybe take an A or slow B, he's going to be right behind you with a fast flank.
Big making the conservative choice here, saving for this round so they make sure that they can get the full buy in the next one. Don't want to skimp out on a couple of weapons. We can get that perfect next round. So this one should be rather one-sided. Nifty trying to hit some shots as they do have control over the A-bomb site. CT's now trying to get in. Tabson, Desert Eagle in hand, takes down one, goes for the second. His teammate is pushing in now. They have one pushing middle as well. Goldbeat trying to get it done with the CZ-75 bomb. Still on pickup, still on planted as it takes down Tabson. Goldbeat, what can he get done? Nothing apparently. Next, P250, also dangerous. But nothing more than that. It's going to be a second round for the Renegades, surviving with 3 players, so decent damage done, I feel like, for Big, getting 2 weapons for almost nothing of investment.
Not too shabby, not too shabby. Money looking pretty decent on Team Renegades. Not too bad. And now we come into the 3rd round. Renegades are going to head towards this middle. They actually don't put anyone towards B off the start. Let's see if they're going to go for a fast middle take.
Let's have a look at this. The waterfall explosion now towards mid. As they do drop in, Leggy is forced to hold back at white box. Gonna go for the spot. Doesn't see him at the first try, but knows there's definitely some presence in mid, and he calls for backup. Second guy coming in from the back. Great flashbang timing, but Yustillo takes him out. Now it's on to Nex. And Nex decided not to go with his teammate to go for the revenge frag, since he knows that 2 T players that can eventually take him out as well. So he tries to go for the more passive approach. Man advantage for the Renegades, but Nifty on 9 HP.
Interesting move by Legia. I think a miscommunication between him and Nex, where he was committed and Nex was not. Jakey has taken out Keith. Nancy taking out Tabson, and Renegades are just tearing apart Team Big over here. And God B, with only UMP, has to fight 4 Renegades. And he does take out Notfly, so not favorable. Not impossible, though, and Azir flanking from behind.
If you could have gotten the frag onto Asa, it would actually have been a 1v2 that's winnable, since the 2 other players are very low on HP, but it's hard when in a 1v3 you can't cover every single angle and behind you and everything. But this also does force Big into another situation where it's definitely not going to be a buy. It's probably just going to be a couple of P250s and maybe CZ-75 and then buy in the next one. But Renegades,
yeah, definitely. They
do stabilize. It's 3-3 now.
3-3. They have a lot of bankroll, except for Yustillo, who's sitting at $900, but the rest of his team has plenty of money to drop him guns, and they're just going to go with the kind of a standard default, sending some people middle. A-Hall's just trying to eliminate any pushes.
Nifty still holding back from that defensive position we usually see, and see spawn. Now he's actually changing up. He was at that stop sign before, as he's looking for anyone who wants to push towards B. They're not doing that. Nafly going down to Keith here, pushing through a smoke is Yustillo. Or pushing through a Molotov, excuse me. Gets one done. Leggy on 5 HP, does some damage with a pistol. Taking the side now are the Renegades. And Big at this point are looking to maybe grab a kill or 2. That's all they can expect in this.
Yeah, I can't do much without any utility to retake this bomb site. Azir getting one. Gabi, though, taking out Azir.
Leggy at close range. Let's see if he can surprise them here. He's sneaking on in, but they know exactly what's going on. Got B last man standing. CZ in hand. Incheck is probably hoping that someone crosses him and he can get an exit kill and a weapon.
He's going to try to stay here as long as possible, trying to take out as many Ts with the bomb, because there's no way Gabi's going to survive this. And Renegades smartly, slowly creeping, checking corners. Yustillo with the final kill. And now, next gun round, what can Big do to adjust in this situation? Right now we have Keeve, who's sitting 2 at 6, not really being an impact player just yet. But Team Renegades have kind of avoiding B on the gun round, so you can see why he doesn't have a big impact just yet.
Let's see him. Keeve is going for the big plays. He gets aggressive. Nifty's trying to do the same through the walls. And off screen right now, Keeve is pushing very aggressively into B halls. And he's looking to take that advantage for his team, looking to take that first kill, but they are aware of this, the Renegades. They know that he pushes aggressively when he needs to do that, and they're holding back for now. Let's see if they're going to pop flash over. as they take B halls, and now that's actually a smoke. So no flash, and that allows Keith to come in and get the frag onto Napfly. Tries to rotate back, but gets caught in the middle of that rotation. You're still with the frag coming in, but close range is next onto Azza, and they are now going to rotate to that vent. Copy trying to hold it down. You still knows exactly where they're at. Might be able to jump out through that timing. Next makes his way down. Got B trying to play around the smokes. One pushes him. He gets that frag. Goes for the second spray, and Got B finishes it off next with another one onto Justillo. And Big with that round resets, and 4-4 will be the score.
I hope Renegades are noticing how aggressive Big is playing in the middle. They had 2 people in the vents flanking before Team Renegades even got into the bomb site. So Big just really abusing this middle, and Renegades, when they give it up, you know, they're gonna have to do something.
I kind of feel like they are aware of it, because we do see Justillo, for example, throwing out their Molotov as they know that Vent is giving up completely. The question is, how can they counter it? If they now have this information, what are they gonna do to change that? What are they gonna do to force them away from that area?
I think what they did, just playing a methodical mid, because we have like Gia just playing super up close by himself, and now they're gonna just go straight into A instead.
Oh no, Keeve has been spotted up, but he lands the no-scope onto Justillo. He rotates around, still is still alive, 18 HP. Keeve is just making it work, but will eventually be taken out. And great take, great pace coming in towards the bomb site. Renegades taking that. Nifty missing the shot. He's in great danger here, but hits that. Legia goes down. Second man in CT also goes down, and there's the fist in the air from Kassab.
Nice change of pace, and I like that call, because if you're playing 2 mid, you hit A fast. Well, there's probably one person there, and Keeve was there with an AWP. I mean, he manages to get a kill, which was, pretty incredible kill regardless, but kind of caught off guard, and Renegades just kind of throwing a little screwball into Big's plans.
Oh, good money on Renegades as of right now. They did have 4 rounds in a row. 3 of them they survived with 3 players, and the first one survived with 5. So some economy behind them now, as after by the lowest is on 2100, the richest is on 10.5k. Money behind the Renegades, so we can just jump back into the game.
And look at this. I think Big might. Are they going to buy? We have one person that bought, but I think they're just going to I don't think they're going to force buy. So they might be planning on buying next round. They do have a little bit of money. Might be short on utility if they decide to go with rifles, but I guess we'll see what they choose to do.
Copy going for the body armor flashbang. Maybe he's going to use that in a timing push to get his teammate into a good position. Maybe even grab an AK. But for now, they're just content with sitting back and waiting for the Renegades to take map control and start executing towards the bomb sites. As I say that, one peeks out wide box, trying to bait out the shots from the AWP. There's a shot from Justillo there. No AWP shot needed. Molotov coming into connector and slowly and surely just making their way towards this B-bomb site.
Exactly. So we do have Big, though. They do have 3 people stacked in this bomb site. So if they get the Molotovs right, the Renegades shouldn't have too much problem against pistols. But they didn't check this corner in the bomb site. He could get one. Nope. Azir taking out Gabi. Napfly taking out Tapson is next. 1-on-5 with a USP. Probably not going to happen.
We'll get one. So something nice for his troubles. We'll get double peek though. I kind of feel like Keeve had a chance to get a frag, and the same was that got B in the back of the bomb site. With those 2 pistol positions, maybe he should have been able to grab a single frag, both of them, and then it would have been 3 kills instead of just 1. But in the end, the round would have been lost anyway. Timeout coming in once again for Big, so we're 10 rounds in, and they already spent 2 timeouts.
There you go. I mean, the Renegades is kind of pushing Big to the limit here, and it is Cash, so you can't fault Big too much. I feel like Cash is a T-side map in a lot of situations, but of course if you have a great CT side, that's a huge plus. But they got to kind of figure out how they can take control of Renegades. Renegades are playing a super slow, for the most part, playing a slow default kind of style, and mixing in with some of these explosive mid takes, explosive B takes, explosive A takes, and it's been catching Big kind of off guard with the change of pace, and Renegades showing that their Cash T side is actually not so bad.
Yep. I agree. So far 6 rounds out of the 10. And this one, of course, forcing Big onto pistols and armor so they can buy in the next round. Gonna have an AWP on Kiev for the next one. So Renegade should be able to go up here. Nifty just holding a defensive position, watching the edge of that smoke. Usually players do wide peek that. One trying to get on top of it. Actually doesn't realize just in time. Will be forced to rotate back. Got B close range. Is he gonna go in through the door here? Definitely knows that there's a terrorist inside. They're just playing with the door right now. Trying to double peek it. Kiev getting that frag, and now, one by one, these Renegades players are being challenged. Can he get the double? Yes, Kiev! With the sleeve set 75, tries to get even more done. Now he has an AK at his hands and spots 2 of them. Legia with the Desert Eagle. This is not looking good for the Renegades. This was just pistols coming in for Big, and Legia now has a chance to clutch this 1v2. Bomb on the back of Nav. Legia pushing that A main, so he knows, okay, it's not going to be an A push. It's going to come from either vent or B halls. I think he's choosing the long way around B halls. He doesn't have a kit though.
Yeah, no kidding.
Could be saving as well.
He could be. I think he's going to try to go for a kill, or they have money they can buy next round. But I mean, with no kit, it's not the best play.
Yeah, maybe just wait here and just see if they exit towards him. Because they didn't know exactly where he was at, so maybe he's kind of hoping for them to push him.
It's 1-on-2 though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You want to always go for 1-on-2s.
He can make it happen though. He gets the first one, and that's the power of Legia, and he tried to get that Molotov armor. I was kind of waiting for it, but Nafly, he exits and takes that frag. 7 rounds for Renegades, but still a very good pistol round from Big.
Very good, and it's very costly for Team Renegades to lose that many guns. And I mean, they still got a lot of money, but you know, you don't want to lose 4 people on an eco round or a force buy. It builds more confidence in the long run for Big. You know, get those kills, make them a little more aggressive.
Nafly this time around. Holding down that mid Nexus once again pushed up, and you've been talking about this aggressive hold, CT hold in mid that Big are currently employing. Sometimes it's Legia, this time around it's Nex. But they're just holding that mid control away from Renegades. They're not allowing them to get it.
And this could be in trouble because I think they're making noise towards the A main. Maybe not. Because we have Nex listening up close, trying to see if you make a footstep in A main, he's going to call it. You make a footstep in middle, he's going to call it. And that's a lot of information that you want to have. And it looks like Renegades are going to be creeping towards this A bomb side. 2
players in mid, actually 3 players now, and 1 on the A side. So if their rotation timing is okay and Renegades execute towards A, that's going to be 4v5 hold for the CTs, and they should be able to win that out. See, utility coming in. 3 players on the bomb side now as they go in. Tabson on top of the box, will not get anything done, and now swings around, will not get anything from that position either. Nifty's just getting frags. Left, right, and center next, finally coming back into it, and JKS watching it like a hawk. And Kiev and Nex in this position. Very hard, no kit. Low HP on Nex. Kiev has an AWP, very hard to retake with that. And they're up against 4 players, so they're just going to save this one. I'm pretty curious on why they rotated so many people towards middle. I mean, they probably heard a footstep or 2, but they had 1 person, Team Big had 1 person under vent and kind of by white box, and then I think someone else from A rotated to help middle. Down towards short. So I was kind of curious, and then as soon as that happened, Renegades hit A, and Big wasn't really in good spots to hold the bomb site. And that's kind of like with the rotation timings as well. If you, in the last 10 seconds before the execute happens, if you do rotate towards short, that opens the whole bomb site off for Renegades, and they do have some fans in the crowd. It's always nice to see. It's actually almost at every single tournament I go to, I see Australians coming to support their team, or just Americans who like Australians. Because they're amazing people. Yeah. They're amazing people, and they do shoeies. And yeah, and they say cash. You got to commend them for that. You got to commend them for that. It's always nice to have. As we do have a set of pistols coming in for Big, and the Catalyst Orb of Kiev, as Legia already gone down to Nafly, who's having a decent game so far, 7-7 with a lot of assists, being that middle player in the team. when you have a guy like Nifty who can just go off, and he has done so in this game. You still are pushing in on that flash timing. Tabson is nowhere near the bomb site. And he's going to get smoked out as well and eventually goes down. Keith definitely looking to save this as well. Garby and Nex could go for some exits, but they have pistol armor, so let's see if they're not going to save it either. Also.
Yeah, we'll see. And Renegades guessing the right bomb site because Keith, the B player, went towards A with the AWP. And Renegades just kind of smelled it out a little bit and decided to just do a straight up B execute with smokes, Molotovs, and pretty much uncontested taking that bomb site. And so it's going to be 9-4 for Renegades, turning it around after the loss on Kabul, really showing a convincing T-side game plan.
Yeah, and also the way that they manage their money, they actually, even though Big sometimes comes in with a pistol round and gets 2 or 3 kills, they have a lot of money, they're surviving with a lot of players every single round, they're playing very conservatively, they're not going for peaks that they shouldn't. And that's kind of like the recipe that got Big the win on map 1, I feel like. So Renegades are taking the control of the game and now making it work out for themselves. Big now finally on a buy. Full buy for them. 1 kid, and as I say that, 2 others have been purchased, ironically. But 1 AWP on Keith, that's not going to change. And the AWP on Nifty as well. Let's see how they're going to play this one, if they're going to play for more mid-aggression. Leggy once again goes for it. I feel like they're aware now with all the spamming that's going on. And they should be able to take him out, I feel. If they get a flash timing over.
Yeah, Leguia's in a spot to where he doesn't have much help. I mean, they got Gabi in the middle. Nex is over by A, and so if they just swarm in the middle, there's no way that Leguia would come out uncontested unless he gets like 3 kills.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Nifty
There you go.
takes him out. There's no one to revenge, no one to help Leguia out. And that's a danger of playing that aggressive mid position because it can pay off. It's high risk, high reward. But I feel like at this point, Renegades have completely controlled. They know exactly what is going on with that mid control.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're taking out Gabi as well with this highway rain, he can do whatever he wants. He's playing aggressive towards the Z-Hall and Azure. Getting Tabson in the A-bomb site.
Nice.
Should open it up, and with a nice one-shot, Renegades.
Perfect buy round from them. This was against a full buy from Big, and they did not get a single death on the Renegade side. And their T side has been stellar so far. Last round coming in now, they could be looking at 11 rounds on T here.
Yeah, I wonder if Big even fired a shot that round. I mean, it seemed like they just got destroyed. And Big not showing a great CT side on Cash. And was this their map? Was this
no, I'm pretty sure this was Renegade's pip.
Renegade's map?
And Kabul was Big's pip.
Yeah, they've been pretty good on Cash, Kish, and the EPL and stuff like that. And Keith opening up with a kill on Ustillo. Nice shot. Going to stick around in the white box, see if you get any more. Renegades, though, trying to regroup, trying to make something happen. They're kind of chilling around the A area, or the mid area.
And it's looking like an A split coming in for the Renegades. They have the utility to make this happen. 2 players on that CT side towards A, and then we have the man of the moment, Keith in mid. Going for another one. Nifty's now also taken out, and they need to execute now in order to keep this kind of situation still in their favor. If they execute 3 players towards the 2 players on A, they might still have a chance of getting in there. Next is at the position for the door, but as it gets him down, Tabson rotates onto the bomb side, 1 for 1 at least. If he gets the second one, it's very nice. Tabson, 2 frags now and Keith through the smoke. It's going to be 5 rounds for Big. Renegades still get 10 on that T side, so very respectable for them.
Keith just making a huge impact play, and he hadn't had much action in the B, so there's Big adjusted to say, hey, okay, just leave B, come towards middle or A. That's the majority of rounds that Renegades were hitting anyways, and so really paid off that round with with 3 kills, and now they get to switch halves. Big though, could be in control here on the T side because again, this could be a very T-sided map.
Yeah.
If you have everything on point.
Let's see, as we are seconds away from bringing you this second half. Can Renegades keep up the tempo? Can they keep this up, grind out 6 more rounds and bring us to map 3? Are Big gonna come back with another pistol round win and start the comeback off that?
Yeah, start with the pistol is Big though. They've been showing they don't lose pistol rounds. They do not lose pistol rounds or that many at all. And Let's see what kind of strategy Big is going to be bringing out.
Okay, interesting. As we are jumping in game right now, we do see Big going for 5 body armors, no utility whatsoever apart from, well, a decoy. Doesn't really count. On that CT side, almost the same setup. Nafly with the kit and the smoke, and they're just going straight for mid-play. Mid-push coming in from the terrorist, and Nifty already getting taken out. Keith taking out Asa. Justillo, they are actually in a perfect position, but Justillo not hitting the shots! And that is a terrible, terrible thing to have happened to you, missing those shots in that situation. JK is trying to bring it back, but the pistols, the clocks are too much. Nafly chiming in, trying to get it done, gets the double, but that's not enough. Nifty now has to 1v3 this pistol round in order to keep Renegades in it, but no! Tabson continues and continues the terror. That is the big pistol round stat.
He still had that chance. He could have had, if he got at least 2 kills right there. Maybe even 1 would be great, but 2 kills. He was in the spot. His teammates were baiting for him. Unfortunately, just the instant replay of missing.
Oh, that's...
It hurts, but you know what? You can bounce back, okay? You have to move on, and you can do it.
Sometimes you make mistakes.
We all do.
We all do. We're all human. And nothing more human than a couple of pistols.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
We do see Desert Eagles on Justillo and Nafly. CZ75 on Asa. No armor behind it. No utility behind it. 5 umps on the big, or 4 umps on the big side, excuse me. And a lot of utility. So this, unless Big messes up here, this should be a very one-sided round.
Renegades does have 3 people stacked in the speed bomb site. Aja is pushing with the flank, and so, I mean, there's already 2 kills off the bat. Tabson taking out Nafly and Nifty.
And low HP though. This could actually work out well for JKS. Just get one, another one coming in from Justillo, and this is working out. Legia now 1v2. This was not supposed to be this close, but Renegades made it that close anyways. They don't care about our preconceptions and our thoughts about CS. Just play the game. Flashbang goes over, actually flashes himself a bit there. 2 pushing in now, goes for the spray on the first one, 10 HP! Legia trying to make it work, as has picked up the UMP. He goes for the peak, Legia makes it back! In the end, double kill for him, double kill for Tabson, and they stabilize off around that. I thought, there we go. So hyped they almost forgot to get the knuckle in. But very nice 1v2.
I can't believe he won. They had 2 people just shooting at his angle and they couldn't kill him with 10 HP. That's a great round for Gia too. Just that could have been so detrimental for Big if they lost that.
Yeah, that could have crushed their entire start of the comeback on this T side. Doesn't in the end. Will be another set of pistols for Renegades, but we saw how much damage they can do. Nafly on the B side of a round before, hitting that 1 dig now on the A side, trying to get more stuff done. In shot through the smoke, but it will not amount to anything. Keith pushes in fearlessly with the Mac-10, finally taken out by Asa. You're still also jamming in with on, but still is going to be the last man standing. 1v3 in this scenario, and taken out. 8 rounds now for Big.
A semi-clean round for Big, and now first go round for Renegades. Nifty straight up opping, which he should be doing.
I feel like getting Nifty and getting Keeve on those orbs are so important for how these 2 teams are going to play. If you miss Nifty on an orb, if you miss Keeve on an orb, that's going to be a big hit to all the different executors you can do.
Is that the reverse wall spam right there? I like it.
New stuff. Flashbang coming in from God B. Making sure that the CTs cannot push his position. Making himself known, making some noise. This Legia is about to clear to the door. Very this is not normally a flash we do see, because usually people just run in towards that door area, but Legia doesn't care. He wants to make absolutely sure that he can not get tricked by any angle. Setting up for it now. Legia spots out after doing that 1 smoke. He knows that there's 1 forklift. Especially with that Molotov coming in. The question is now, are they going to push for it? They know how many CTs there are. The rotate could be real going onto that B bomb side, and Legia could be left behind to make noise, and they are actually just grouping up now. Take that mid control.
Yeah, smart play by Big, because Renegades actually had 4 people stacked in that A bomb site, and Big, they didn't like this situation that was happening, so they fell back and retook the middle, and now they're going to try to re-aggress on this bomb site. Still, though, taking out Legia, flanking, but God B missing his back.
Oh no, God B, not like this. He gets one. But now 2v3. Renegades big chance of getting this one done. Nifty on the bomb site has been one of the standout players for Renegades. JKS onto Tabson. And it's all on Kiev, the wonder child. From Germany, not the Swedish version. Will he make this happen? 1v3. 15 seconds to go. Pretty near impossible.
I think at this point he will be saving his op. Why not? I mean, he already has pretty much no money.
Great round, great comeback into this for Renegades. Finally get another round on the board after losing the first 3 on this second half. And here's a moderate clapping from the crowd. Not digging it. The Renegades comeback.
It was a very interesting strat by Renegades, stacking that poor people in the A bomb site right away the entire round. JKS all alone in B. So they kind of reading Big pretty well. I thought Big was, if they fell back, that would have been great. But this time they're going to try to do something here at the B bomb site, jumping away, but no one's speaking him just yet.
Very defensive setup from Renegades. They're not allowing anyone to catch them off guard. Big on the other side of things, just playing it slowly and surely as well.
Now Fly just holding the checkers. This little nice off angle. Exposed from vents, but he has teammates in the middle, so he doesn't have to worry about that just yet. It's Kiev. He's going to be slow peeking this B. This is something he's really strong at, the slow peek. A nice flash.
Now Fly close to getting this done, but he's running out of bullets now. 3 left in the chamber, has to reload. Next comes in with 1 onto JKS, low HP on a couple of the big players here. As Snapfly is just behind his buck, he has to go for the peek, but Next shuts him down. With only 22 HP, he makes that duel work nonetheless. 4v3. This is going to be the B. Take the B. Retake for the CTs if they want to go for it. Justillo drops in, gets one, gets another, and now it's on Goppy and Legia. Bomb is on the site. They need some kills now.
Nice flash by Renegades to really just take over that bomb site aggressively, as Next couldn't do anything at all. And now the bomb is stuck in B. Big will have to readjust, and you still taking on Legia.
They're so aware of Legia's flank in that position. They were just holding that angle, knowing that he was going to come from that CT position. Now it's a Goppy to clutch this, and I don't feel like it's going to be possible. Goppy is a legendary in-game leader and a great player, but he's not the player you would want in this kind of clutch situation.
Yeah, and he's going to just, with 5 seconds left, there's no point in even try to peek any angle, so he's going to still hold it, take the AK for the next round. And now I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout here from Big, just to slow things down.
12 rounds for Renegades, 4 away from taking us onto map 3, which I believe is Train. A nice, really nice push through the smoke here from Justillo. Actually peeks both angles and gets that 3K in the end. I feel like Justillo's one of these players that sometimes goes off in games and sometimes has quiet games.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, though, he does a lot of dirty work.
Yeah.
He does the job that no one wants. So.
And you need that player in a team.
You do need that player. So he'll never, I mean, not never, but most time he'll have not the best stats. And Nifty, Renegades is taking part of this round. Next, taking out Nifty in the A bomb site.
All right.
Bombs at the highway. Renegades, though, they're trying to play more passive take towards this A bomb site. Just see if they can, if Big will make a mistake or not.
And no utilities towards CT, so they need to either get the frag or get in towards the side. If Legia gets this opening, they have this A bomb site. Second guy coming in CT, but still it goes down. Bomb will go down. And Nexus position, I don't think is completely known yet, so he's taking an aggressive angle that hopefully isn't expected if you're a big fan. Now Fly coming in from behind, 2v2. Kits on both of them. Molotovs as well. Some utility for the Renegades when they want to do this retake, and they have a bit of extra time here thanks to those kits. Next, will this position pay off? 14 HP for him. Will he be able to get this frag and trade out? Legia helps out. Now Fly takes him out. And now it's all on JKS. 12 HP against 100. And he's going to be dying off in the end. Legia stepping up to the plate with a 3K, and Big coming in with round number 9.
Huge play on that A bomb site by Legia. Just taking out Justillo at the truck was pretty much the start of the whole A take right there. And then the kill on the flanker. Playing it smart, playing it well. showing no signs of fear, peaking at the perfect time.
The combination of not showing fear, not having fear, and also being a logical player is the best combination you can have, because if you have too much of either one, you're not going to win out.
Exactly. And this forces Renegades to do a save, even though they won the previous 2 rounds. The last 2 rounds have been kind of... Well, they had a couple players alive, but everyone on the same page.
Yeah, just pistols this time around for Renegades. Should not be a big problem for Big. As a medium range with the Deagle to get this shot down. Taps and takes one out. Yeah, he's not going to make this happen. 20 HP on the back of the bomb site. Surely no way. Actually, he does make that one shot work. Like, yeah, coming in now, deals out the damage. Shows that this is his domain. That's next, takes another one out. 2 rounds is all that separates these 2 teams at this point. As we reach round number 23, and it's not like, what is this? Okay, the orb will be dropped for Nifty. He will have that orb in play, but no armor, so glass cannon for Nifty this time around. This is not a strong buy whatsoever for Renegades. They are missing utility. They have 2 FAMASs. Full buy on Big, of course. Have that economy rolling. Leggy going for quick mid-peek. Peeking around that smoke. There's a second guy to his left. He does not know that yet. JKS is playing this perfectly. He's taking out the angle, but Legia...
He panicked.
Yeah.
Footstep and
he
jumped
got
around.
scared.
Can't get scared.
Don't get scared. As now trying to bring it back for his team. Sprays out, and that's not the correct peek to take. He goes for the aggressive one. Instead of holding back and dies off. He even had a teammate there, so they could double team it if they wanted to in mid, but Answer just went off on his own. He's still back though. 2v4 at this point. It's probably worth to just save this one, as the A side is completely taken. No real reason to try and win a 2v4 post-plant retake, unless you hit like an amazing shot to begin with, or you know that some of them are low, or you have utility or something like that. That's just not going to work out for you.
Yeah, and I think Renegades kind of on their back foot. Even though they're still up in rounds, I feel like Big is taking over the match now. And with Nifty's up, I feel like he should not be in B. I feel like if he should alt middle or A, because if Big are attacking B, they're going to toss flashes, they're going to toss smokes, they're going to push back any sliver peeking that Nifty likes to do. And so I don't think his AWP will be too effective at the B bomb site. And I think Big knows this.
Nice frags coming in from Nifty here. He's minimizing the losses as he gets that 3K. Not the 4K, but still removing a lot of these weapons from Big. It will bring the AWP into the next round. The economy's not that strong. They still only have 1 or maybe 2 buys in them. While Renegades, only the saved weapons on their side. They are all around 2.1, 2.2K, so they're not going to invest too much into this one. Going to have the buy next round. This will allow Big to get on 12. Tie this game up. Nifty with aggressive peeking. Rotates back, and that's exactly what they need. He's playing no respect. Balls to the wall for Nifty right now. He's trying to get the second one done. Smoke don't matter. Nifty doesn't care. And it's still up with another one. This is a perfect round coming in for Renegades. Keith trying to stabilize, bring this one back, but it's 2v4. Some weapons advantage, of course. Not a lot of armor on that CT side as the aggressive positioning goes down. So now I feel like Renegades need to sit back and enjoy this kind of advantage that they have and find out how they're going to play that. Nifty holding on towards that A bomb site from mid and not looking towards him. They have it. 2 CTs pushing. Oh, he sees the scope.
Do it.
Come on, Keith, I know you want to.
Wall him.
I know you want to.
Nope.
He's edging in, does get the shot. Flashbang timing comes in, but there are CTs behind him right now. I don't think Gobby and Keith are aware of this, but actually JKS, Keith had the right angle, but he was just a second off with the shot. Now it's all on Gobby. Renegades could make this 13 off a round. They should have no business in winning. Apart from that ult from Nifty. Starts out with a 2K and brings that round back. Gobby's actually going for the wide peak. B Holzen is not working out. JKS finishes this job that Nifty started, and Renegades bounce back.
What a round by Nifty.
That was insane.
So what I've been seeing a lot is that move he did. He tossed a smoke and hopped right outside the smoke. been seeing a lot of offers do that in B, and unlucky for Big, they're lined up. He gets a shot, falls back, and gets able to get 2 in that awkward situation. He's surrounded by smokes and Molotov.
That's a nice round coming in from Nifty and the boys. That's Big now. Will be spending most of their money in this round. That means if Renegades can get on 14, they might have an easier time getting on 15 as well. Only a C set on next. That's not looking good.
Yeah, but they do have plenty of utilities, so hopefully that will make up for it.
And the C set definitely in the correct situations, almost as good as an AK. Those close range battles. You can use him as a scout as well.
Nifty here playing in the A-bombs. I like this move. He switched it over. He knew that he was B, big impact player. They're not going to hit him again.
Oh, that's nice from Gopi. Missed the spray from Asa. Gopi coming in with the W. Stillo trying to bring it back. Takes down Nex, and now it's 4v3. Kiev, another one. Stillo, he's bringing this one back single-handedly. 2 frags for him. Has not lost a single point of health yet. Gets counter-flashed. Gets Molo'd out. 71 HP. Loses some to a nade as well. Small on that bomb right now. No defuse can come in, but Justillo's pushing in relentlessly, but he's taking out Gopi, having a monster of a round. Nifty. Actually, that's JKS with the help of Nifty taking a frag. Now 1v2 for the young Australian. Huge amount of pressure on him right now. Flash in a kit and a dream as he goes around, but he's outping. No! JKS gets it somehow. Gopi not in that shot. And he goes for the defuse, goes for the fake. And not getting the shot. That was so close. I almost stumbled over my words there. What a round.
Like, yeah, just coming in huge so far. He's been clutch this entire map, and I'm surprised he was ready for that repeat, because he could have defused behind the box. I think he would have seen it though, and so like his foot or something. But Lakia just, he's aware. He's ready.
What a round from Gopi though. Apart from that last whiff, those 3 kills are immense.
It's very nice getting 3 entry kills when you hit a bomb site. Makes things a little easier. Now Renegades pretty much with a hard reset. Very medium money, medium to low money, and so you're wondering that they have to save. They have to buy next round because you want the utility, you want kits, you want an op on Nifty.
JKS can definitely get an drop going if Nifty wants full utility as well and some armor. See how they make that work in the next one. This one, for now, could tie the game up 13-13, but we have seen some Desert Eagle magic come out of the Renegades before. Let's see if they can do it again. They had troubles against in these kind of anti-eco rounds yesterday, and now they themselves find them in that pistol eco position where the opposition has full buy almost next on the CZ75 still, but let's see if they can make it work. Nifty flashed out, Nex making his way in. Wall of smokes in middle. He's behind it. He knows they can go into vent. He's heard the vent by now and calling this out to his teammates, but not really on that B-bomb side just yet. JKS in a high position. Tapson holding that vent.
So nice call by Big. When they were at the A halls in A, Big heard multiple shots in the A-bomb site. They heard the spams of the deagles and pistols. So I believe it was Lakia in that area called it, and so it just caused everyone to rotate back to that B mid take. So.
All right, Asa opening things up. Tapson and Nex in unison. But the CTs are getting in towards this bomb site. The question is, can they hold it? Can they get that defuse in? And the time says no. Tapson says no. Big will get on 13. Renegades will have the money to buy here. They will have the money to get an AWP on Nifty. 13-13, all tied up. Renegades, they need these rounds to bring us onto map 3. If they don't, they are out here in the semi-final. No chance to go and grab that trophy.
And Big, pulling a page out of LDLC's book. Winning a round, let's call a timeout. Let's see what we can do.
And they still have 1 timeout remaining, and it's around number 27. I actually really do like this. If you have 2 timeouts remaining and there's at max, let's say 3 or 4 rounds left, why not use it? You're not gonna, you're gonna lose it if you don't use it.
That's what they've been telling me all my life.
That's how it is.
And you know what? See what Gopi's going to do, what Renegades can do. Nifty.
Yeah, I'm looking.
He's been playing pretty well. So is Justillo. has 26 kills. Quite 26 kills, but a lot of them are... It's always nice to be top fragging that situation.
The crowd is definitely with Renegades. Let's see if they can make it happen. Kiev with the wallbang. Close.
149. He shot 1 second too early.
He's just a little bit too eager to get that going.
Landers.
I think Nifty has to be the one who steps up in these kind of situations. He's, in my opinion, the most important player when he's on an AWP on that team. And when you're in round number 27, and you're about to be eliminated if you don't get, let's say, 2 or 3 rounds in a row, that's where your best players have to step up.
And Nifty's playstyle is very aggressive. He wants to make the play. He wants to be the playmaker, so it shows time after time that he's capable of doing it. And Legia just spamming that A-Halls, making noise. He's still taking out Gabi right away. Smartly falls back to reposition himself. Tapson taking out Nafly, and now Legia just Molotovs himself out. He can't get out.
Yeah, Legia getting one onto Nifty. That's now the man down, and the man advantage in the favor of Big. They're trying to execute onto this A-bomb, so you're still on the back of it. Next and Legia both getting a frag, and now it's all on JK as it's falling apart now. And he's going to definitely save this. No reason to push into 4 awaiting Germans.
Beautiful flashing by Big on the A-bomb site. Those people behind the A-bomb site and quad box were blind completely. The timing from Gia out of the squeaky door in A main was just on point. So Big showing that their teamwork is very nice.
Definitely, if you're an aspiring team or an aspiring player, go download these demos of Bigs and their A executes. Their timings and the Molotov and smoke and flash usage to get into that A-bomb site is very, very good.
Yeah, and how they can maneuver around when the other team counter flashes them, counter smokes them, counter Molotovs them. They're still able to almost perfectly coordinate themselves into the flash take in the bomb site. So,
and I feel like that is without like talking too much. I feel like that is something that they have learned from playing for such a long time together. And they know how each other reacts when a counter flash or counter Molotovs comes in. Then they know to frag out and help each other in that situation.
Yeah, in this high level of play, when everything's so split fast, you know, split second decisions, it's all an instinct.
Yeah.
Through practice, through repetition, and that's how you become a better team. You have to go in a server, go over every flash and nade, talk about the routes you're going to do. What if they do this? I'm going to flash and go here. You have to have contingencies, and Big has it. They show that they can adjust and play like that. All
right, a few seconds, and then we jump straight back into the game. Can Renegades take this one back to 16, or will it be Big taking it 2-0? We're going to find out. This is a very, very shoddy buy coming up from Renegades. Could allow Big on that magical 15. Money is strong for the Germans. They have always had a strong economy, both in-game and in real life.
Oh.
Politics and stuff. There we go. Let's get that in there. But yeah, 135 remaining. And no one is moving here. This is what we see getting into these last couple of rounds in the game. Both teams are so afraid of making that mistake, so afraid of being the one who just gives the first kill to the opposition. So they're checking every single corner, moving so slowly, and making sure that they're not going to get the surprise.
And this is probably why a lot of people do lose against pistols, because they don't want to make a mistake, and so they take corners slowly. They move very slowly, and the pistols are very good up. You know, if you're peeking the corner slow. So you see Big
Molotov usage once again on some of the most common spots. They have 2 players on this bomb site right now. Still on this boy in the back. Tapson jumping up over to Red. JKS is doing a hell of a job getting 2 frags down, and next and got B getting a job done as well. And Nifty, last man standing, will be taken out next with the USPS. Very nice play. But this is it. This is what it all comes down to. Renegades, can they bounce back and take 2 rounds in a row? They do have the bye now. Backs against the wall. If they don't win this, if they don't win these next 2, they are out of the tournament. Big 1 round away from the grand final.
Question is, Big has had lots of success in this A-bomb site lately. Are they going to go for it again? Are they going to throw a little bait fake here? As you see, Legia is going to kind of head towards spam a little bit in the A main. And this time they're saying Kiev with an op towards squeaky door. This is something we haven't seen before.
Nifty getting flashed in to A main. Just taking a very conservative peek, smoking it off by now. maybe letting Asa hold it and then rotating off back. Asa's coming in, clearing out every single angle. A couple of players in towards door. As Big are setting up for another one of these A pushes. And it's going to be up to Nifty and the boys to stop it. What kind of answer do they have? Asa in the close range position. No, Gobby gets a frag, fully flashed, but Asa gets a triple. He takes them down, all down in that main. And here we go, Legate trying to make his way out of the bomb site. He will clear off. No! Justillo is able to get that frag. Whiff from Legia. And this will open the door just ever so slightly for Renegades to get back into this game. Kiev, 1v4 now. With the money on his side. 1,600 on some of the players. Maybe should have gone for it, but it will be around for Renegades, and they are getting animated now, the Australians in the crowd. Getting ready for this, hoping for an overtime, and I think deep down, I think we might be as well. Of course, casters were never biased, but when an overtime is an opportunity, always hoping for that.
Huge round for Azure in a spot which is very hard to get 3 kills.
Yeah.
Especially after, you know, you get that first kill. The team should be looking at you, ready to exchange a kill. But the timing on Big was a little off, as the first guy peaked a good second before his teammates could help him. Azure took advantage of that and just showed his amazing aim and spray control.
10 seconds away from getting into round number 30. Here in the first semi-final of the DreamHack ASTRO Open. Tensions are high and pressures even higher on the Renegades. They need this round to bring it into OT. Big, on the other hand, have the opportunity of taking this 2-0 if they get it. Everything's on the line. Aggressive push towards middle. It's going to be next, taking out JKS, who were caught off guard in the middle of that. Asa and his teammate rotating back. They're now holding that A side defensively. Mid control has been given to the T side. It's just low on HP, though. They're not that good on utility either. They have smokes for everything, but Tabson, only one flashbang remaining. Legia making his way into vent.
Looks like Big is going to be hitting towards the 3 bombs. Like Nifty's all alone. He's going to have to hit an amazing amount of shots if he wants to hold this round. He misses his first shot, and he misses his second shot, and Godby takes him out. This does not look good for Renegades. They're going to take over this bomb site and plant the bomb. And now Renegades have very little utility to retake this bomb site. 3 on 5. This does not look good.
How do they make this happen? They do have kits on some of the players. 2 flashbangs from Justillo that's probably going to be used as an entry into this site. Waiting for the bomb to go down, waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and then probably smoking off B main and flashing in towards the bomb site taps and picking up that ult. I'm not exactly sure about that decision, maybe just to make some noise. That's actually the correct call there. Double frags coming in from both sides. Nafry now all alone has to 1v3 this. If not, Big are going to go to the grand final. Nafry not trying to make it happen, but it will be Big. It will be the Germans taking the win, but what a game.
What a game.
What a way to go out. Renegades, they lose out, but they made it so close. Big with a great win here.
Big, nice comeback. They're down pretty much in the first half, but slowly but surely chipping away at that lead. And Renegades, I mean, they played pretty well, but just not good enough. And I think they should, you know, don't take it too hard on themselves. Learn from your mistakes. Continue to add on and get better as a team. Congratulations to Big, advancing to the finals.
I felt like the team play, the structure of Big really showed in this best of 3, even though it's only a 2-0, but also the firepower and the potential of this Renegades lineup. You saw every single time that something happened, every single time Nifty got into it, every single time Asa, Justillo here on second map, really got into it. You saw what they could be, what the potential was.
They have a lot of potential, and they were my dark horse pick in the EPL, so I think they are pretty good. They just have to fix a lot of those small mistakes, stop losing the pistols, and just trying to, you know, maximize a little more strats.
With that being said, we do have Parla on stage. We're ready with the winner's interview.
Godby, you've just told me you're pretty hungry. You should go get some food, but I'm sure now more than ever you're hungry for that final victory because you are through.
Yes, we played in Leipzig also the final, and now we want to win for sure.
Yeah, so this would be your second DreamHack title. I do remember earlier this year. Going into the final now, what are your thoughts? Maybe recap us a bit on playing against Renegades.
The game was pretty hard, to be honest. We had kind of good reads on them, but yeah, they have really good individual player like Nifty. He's really playing insane at the moment, I would say. And yeah, overall it felt like we were the better team, and we needed to be stay calm. And yeah, of course we had also a few lucky rounds. So yeah, in the end we were a little bit lucky, I would say.
Okay, so when you say you were a bit lucky and the better team, how did that help you come back in that second map, Cash? Because you were down 10-5.
Yeah, we won the pistol, which was really important, and then we had some good calls from me, I would say. And yeah, we also had like good clutches. So overall, it was like a really tough game. And in the end, yeah, I repeat myself, but I think we were a little bit luckier. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Final things then, and the final thing on your schedule for today, you are going to be playing against either Cloud9 or Mouse Sports. Give me your thoughts on that matchup, maybe who you'd prefer to play and how a grand final might play out against either of those teams.
I would prefer to play Cloud9 just because we didn't play them yet here, and also didn't play them, the new team, so it will be really tough game and really cool. But I think it's really close between these two teams. It will be 2-1. I don't know really who will win. But yeah, I cheer for both teams. So yeah, we will see.
All right, thank you, Fateh. You can head back to your team. Congratulations. Our first team through to the finals, ladies and gentlemen, are big.
An outstanding performance there. You know, he talked about Nifty coming online, really playing out of his mind. Not enough for the Renegades. Ultimately, though, what do we see, guys?
I mean, big, as I talked about on the desk earlier, if they brought the day one performance, which is what they did, everyone was fragging in this. Everyone had highlight rounds, Tabson, Kiev, you know, Legia, they were all going off, which is what you want to see. It's not the Tabson show anymore. And that shows that they are growing as a team. They're putting each other in positions to succeed. And I think this big team is actually on the up.
Yeah, it's crazy because I keep thinking to myself that there's no way they're going to keep repeating these individual performances. Like, sure, I expect it from Tabson. I expect Kiev to be able to have that potential, and I know that Nex is up to the task, but the fact that Gabi and Legia are able to contribute in a fragging perspective, I don't know how long that's going to last. I think once again, it's against a higher skilled team that may not last, but it certainly did them well in this series. And again, just classic, really good T sides from this team, really good executes. I particularly like that Tabson's more active on Big compared to Energy, which I think is great. He gets to flex his aim a little bit more and provide openings, and he did a lot of that for them in the second half on Cash.
Yeah, I mean, really opening a lot of doorways over there for this big team. But ultimately, guys, I mean, what are some takeaways that Renegades could have walking away from this one?
For Renegades, I think they needed to actually watch. I would watch this match and see how Legia changed the tempo a lot. He hit both sides, slow and fast. I felt like Renegades were pretty stale, especially on Cobble. I didn't see very many fast strats from them. It tended to be slow default, allowing Kiev to get picks, and I just don't. They need to diversify their T-side a little bit.
Yeah, their T-side on Cobblestone fell flat. I thought they played a really good first half. It was a very tight game at that point, but they just really couldn't get anything going on their terrorist side. And their T-side on Cash was also quite good. You know, they were good at playing off of mid control. They had a couple of good A executes in their own right. It wasn't as if anybody was like a big burden on their team either. It's not like there was someone just like anchoring way at the bottom negative. They had a pretty tight frag distribution as well, but I will say that Azza was a bit more quiet in this series than he had been throughout the rest of the tournament, where he was kind of like their carry, or at least their rock player who was really stable. He did go a little bit missing. He didn't have that same explosiveness or that same impact you're used to seeing, but I think that at least they're making a little bit of progress.
Well, we're going to talk about impact. Let's run the numbers and see what they look like when these stats come out. Guys, talk to us.
I mean, look at the stat distribution on both teams. It looks very even ADR-wise. I mean, there's a little dip on the big side from Kiev, but overall, both teams brought, I think every player was bringing their A game, and it shows in the stats here. And more importantly, I want to see more from Nifty. I mean, I know he did well, but that guy is so promising. He's so explosive. I wish he would put himself in positions to get more entries with his op.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does come down to this, as well as we could talk about the fact that I think Big were just way more efficient in anti-eco rounds. That you hardly ever really saw them fall prey to that, whereas Renegades did at times, or at least came really close to it. They did win a couple, but they would come down to like 1 or 2 players and have to spend a lot of money. And the clutch rounds were just always going in the favor of Big, it felt like, as well. Like, I remember Legia had that big 1v2 because they were about to get anti-eco, and he kind of saved the day. I think that was in the B-bomb side on Cash we saw. So the clutch plays were going going in their favor. And so when you're winning those tight situations, those make all the difference.
Ultimately, Big will be going on to the finals. Not sure yet who they will be playing. It will either be Cloud9 or Mouse Sports. But I do want to share with you, in this little bit of time I have, about my friends over at the Strafe app. That's right, head over to Google Play Store or the iOS Store if you're an Apple iPhone user, and grab the Strafe app and follow along with this tournament and many more to come. With that being said, let's take a quick run through of how it all works.
Grab your gear and let's go.